I think, like everything in life, it was an accident. And when I got married, I had been used to having a great hi-fi in my own parents' home, my family home, where I grew up with music and so on. And when I went out and bought a hi-fi system, I was bitterly disappointed. And so I started to investigate why it did certain things that I found objectionable. And having discovered that, I set out about circumventing these shortcomings. And then I built a turntable for myself. And then one thing led to the other. And the next thing I knew, I was in the hi-fi business. But it was not planned. It sounds extraordinary, but I didn't. Not for a moment. I mean, I think when you're young, you have a great deal of confidence. And I started this company when I was in my mid-20s. And I'd done a few adventurous things in my life before then and been exposed to businesses in Britain and overseas and to many aspects of life which most young people perhaps weren't. But in general, I think in these days, people grew up a bit faster, assumed responsibility at an earlier age. And so I was born in Springburn. My father was a penniless refugee when he came to Britain from Buchenwald. I mean, I was in no doubt that life was a tough business and that I had to endeavour to make the world a better place. So I knew how to work. I worked with passion for something I believed in, I cared about, and I never doubted for a moment that I'd be successful. However, I thought I'd be much more successful than I am. I thought I'd build a company of the size of Sony or something, or Apple by now, but unfortunately I failed miserably. I still have goals and ambitions, and I still care about what the company does. I'm the chairman now. A new generation of brighter, younger, smarter guys and girls are running this business, and they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. So the one thing that I do feel pride in is the accomplishments of people who have come through this company, whose life has been touched and changed for the better by this business. And of course all the customers all around the world who we have made a little bit happier. I don't really think of myself as an entrepreneur. First of all, it's a French word, which is enough to make one deeply suspicious. It means middleman. And although we are mostly middlemen, I'm not a trader. I'm a business builder. So my advice to entrepreneurs is don't do something for the money. If you are going to do something for the money, you're probably wasting your time and your life. Do something you care about. If you care about it passionately and circumstances lead you to success, whether in employment, as a team or part of an organisation, or that you go out and do something for yourself, that's wonderful. And then, of course, money is a measure of success and keeping the score, and you're going to reinvest it in building and improving and moving forward. And I think that people shouldn't confuse corporate wealth with personal wealth. Everything I've learned, I wish I'd known when I started. Everything. And probably everything I'm going to learn, I would have liked to have known. But life doesn't work like that. So we just have to pick our way through it and hope that we're open to possibilities and that we don't automatically say no. And that's another thing that universities should be inspiring, and that is the opposite of this attitude, the bureaucratic attitude that thinks that expertise vests you with authority to say, no, you can't do that. It's not allowed, or it's impossible. All that negativity is a handicap. We have to understand that, as my father taught me, that anything men can imagine, we can achieve. And the only thing that's beyond our capabilities, apparently, is to live at peace with our neighbour. But we must live in hope.